Good morning, students. How are you all? Fine. Okay, very good. Dear students, as usually, now is the session of business studies. And in today's session, I am going to start the next topic of the chapter leadership relating to directing function of management. Already we have discussed that leadership is an ability of managers to influence the behavior of his subordinates, or in fact leadership is a way of converting the subordinates into the followers. And until or unless a manager becomes a good leader, he or she cannot manage the enterprise efficiently. And that is why it is said that all managers happen to be good leaders, but not necessarily all leaders are good managers as well. So, to be an effective and efficient manager, it is very much important to have a leadership quality also that depends on personal characteristics of the manager himself or herself. So, the styles of leadership provided by different managers may not necessarily be the same. And basically, whatever styles are used by different managers to lead their teams, to lead their groups, these styles are categorized into the three. But let us first define what is called a style of leadership. Dear students, when we say leadership, it means influencing ability of the managers. But when we say a style of leadership, then it refers to the way the leader, the manager, communicates with his subordinates, the way the leader or the manager solves the problems of the organization as well as of the workers and employees, the way the managers interact with the workers and employees and with others, the way through which the managers achieve different goals and objectives of the organization. So, whatever way is adopted by a manager to lead the group, to lead the team, is called a style of leadership, which may be basically of the three types called autocratic style of leadership number 1, democratic style of leadership number 2, and laissez-faire or free flow of leadership number 3. So, first of all, let us discuss about the first one, and that is autocratic style of leadership. If it is defined in a very simple way, then this autocratic style of leadership can be called as dictatorship of the leader. Dictatorship of the leader means only the suggestions, only the instructions and orders of the leader of the concerned officer or of the manager have importance. Only the concerned manager and officer can make decisions. No one else in the team is allowed to give suggestions or to act freely according to his or her own will and wishes. So, in fact, autocratic style of leadership means the dictatorship of the leader, means all necessary decisions will be taken by the leader, means only the words of leaders have importance, means the leaders will have their own way of communication. And in fact, it is a very rigid and strict style of leadership that is considered to be conventional nowadays. However, sometimes it is used by almost all the leaders for administrative purposes. If you think over the characteristics of this style of leadership, then you will find that the autocratic style of leadership, in fact, has centralized authority. Centralized authority in the sense that except the manager, except the boss, except the leader, no one in the team, no one in the group is allowed to make decision. Only the leader can make decisions related to day-to-day operations of the business or any other thing. Number two, single man decisions, that is also almost of the same. Number three, in fact, such a leader who adopts autocratic style of leadership has a wrong belief regarding the implies that they are not the workers and servers. Such a leader, such a manager thinks that if the workers and employees are not handled strictly, then they cannot perform better. This is in fact a wrong belief regarding the employees. The next basic characteristic of the autocratic style of leadership is that there is downward communication in it. That means only the leader can give instructions, orders, suggestions, and whatever is required in the organization. Any subordinate working under the leader is not allowed to intervene in functioning of the leader or to give suggestion or to interact with him. So all these four basic characteristics of the autocratic style of leadership reflect that it is in fact a dictatorship of the leader over the subordinates. And it is a conventional way, no doubt. However, sometimes it becomes necessary to be practiced by the managers in order to control. So long as advantages of the autocratic style of leadership are concerned, the first advantage of this style is that there is quick and clear decisions regarding everything in the organization, because the decision making authority is centralized only in the hands of the boss, in the hands of the manager. Second advantage is that under the fear of the manager, under the fear of the action, the work performance in such an organization where there is an autocratic style of leadership happens to be satisfactory. Number three, in fact, it is suitable, this style of leadership is suitable if the employees are less learned. Okay, there are some disadvantages also, such as the main shortcoming, the disadvantage of this style of leadership is that there is lack of motivation in this style. So the workers and employees do not feel a kind of belongingness or closeness with the leader. They do not share their problems, their grievances, or other things with the managers under the fear. The second important disadvantage of this style of leadership is that the employees may agitate. The employees and workers may sometimes may go out of control or against you. Third one, if the whole authority is centralized in the hand of the boss, then it will spoil the creativity of the subordinates. And there is always a possibility of the partiality from the leader side, from the side of managers. Therefore, students, this is called autocratic style of leadership. However, this style of leadership can be practiced under some circumstances, as if the leader, if the manager is highly qualified, gentle and experienced. Number two, if it is important to finish the work on time under any condition. Number three, if the employees and workers are less learned, only then this kind of leadership, this style of leadership is suitable. Number four, sometimes in order to control the activities, or you can say in order to administer the group, this style of leadership has to be practiced. Okay, dear students, so now I am going to finish this topic, and I have explained, I have tried my level best to give you the necessary informations relating to autocratic style of leadership, with a hope that you will go through this topic in something detailed and better way than me. And if you have some queries and questions, then must make a conversation with me. Thank you very much.